Let's face it, we've all been there. Stuck in our heads, replaying conversations, analyzing every text, and imagining worst-case scenarios. It's like having a broken record player on repeat in our minds, and the song is usually titled, "What If?" Overthinking in relationships is more common than you might think. It's that nagging voice of doubt that whispers insecurities and magnifies every little issue. It's staying up late, agonizing over a misplaced word or a perceived slight, and it's exhausting. But here's the thing, overthinking isn't helpful. It doesn't magically solve problems or predict the future. In fact, it often does the opposite, creating unnecessary stress and tension in our relationships. The good news is that we don't have to be prisoners of our thoughts. This guide is about breaking free from the overthinking trap and building healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Why do we overthink, especially when it comes to love? It's a question that plagues many of us, often leading to sleepless nights and endless worry. Well, our brains are wired to look for problems. This isn't just a random quirk, it's deeply rooted in our biology. It's a survival mechanism from our caveman days, designed to keep us safe from danger. Back then, being alert to threats was crucial for survival. But in the modern world, this often translates to overanalyzing situations and perceiving threats where none exist. We might read too much into a text message or misinterpret a partner's tone of voice. Past experiences, especially painful ones, can also fuel overthinking. Memories of past heartbreaks or betrayals can haunt us, making it difficult to trust again. Heartbreak, rejection, or betrayal can leave us feeling insecure and hypervigilant in future relationships. These emotional scars can make us question our worth and the intentions of others. We start anticipating the worst, trying to protect ourselves from getting hurt again. This defensive mechanism, while meant to shield us, often ends up causing more harm than good. Our personalities play a role too. Some of us are naturally more inclined to worry and overthink. Some people are naturally more anxious or prone to negative thinking. This can be due to a variety of factors, including genetics and upbringing. This can make it harder to let go of worries and trust that things will work out. However, it's important to remember that overthinking is not a permanent state. Understanding the roots of our overthinking is the first step to overcoming it. By delving into our past and recognizing the patterns that trigger our anxiety, we can begin to heal. By recognizing the triggers and thought patterns that keep us stuck, we can start to break free. Therapy, mindfulness, and self-reflection are powerful tools in this journey. They help us rewire our brains, fostering a more positive and balanced outlook on life. It's a gradual process, but with patience and persistence, we can learn to quiet our minds and embrace the present moment. After all, love is meant to be enjoyed, not overanalyzed. So the next time you find yourself spiraling into overthinking, take a deep breath and remind yourself that it's okay to let go. Trust in the journey and cherish the moments of connection and joy. Overthinking is like a virus, slowly infecting the joy and intimacy in our relationships. It creates distance, breeds resentment, and fuels unnecessary conflicts. When we're stuck in our heads, we miss out on the present moment. We're so busy analyzing our partner's every move that we forget to actually connect with them. This lack of presence can make our partners feel unimportant and unheard. Overthinking also leads to misunderstandings. We jump to conclusions, make assumptions, and interpret their actions through a lens of fear and insecurity. This creates a breeding ground for arguments and resentment. The constant negativity and anxiety can be draining for both partners. Over time, it erodes trust and intimacy, leaving the relationship feeling fragile and unstable. The good news is that we can choose to relate to our thoughts differently. We can learn to quiet the mental noise and create space for more love, connection, and joy. Section 4. Mindfulness to the rescue. Escaping the thought spiral. Mindfulness is like a superpower against overthinking. It helps us break free from the endless loops of worry and doubt that can trap our minds. It's the ability to pay attention to the present moment without judgment. This means fully engaging with what is happening right now, rather than getting lost in thoughts about the past or future. It's about observing our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. Instead of reacting impulsively, we learn to respond with awareness and calm. Think of your mind like the sky, and your thoughts like clouds. The sky remains vast and unchanging, while the clouds come and go. Mindfulness allows us to simply observe the clouds passing by without getting caught in the storm. We can watch our thoughts drift by without getting entangled in them. We learn to detach from our thoughts, recognizing that they are just thoughts, not facts. This detachment helps us see things more clearly and make better decisions. Practicing mindfulness can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, focusing on the rise and fall of your chest, and feeling the air fill your lungs. Noticing the sensations in your body, such as the warmth of the sun on your skin or the cool breeze against your face, can anchor you in the present moment. And observing the sights and sounds around you, like the rustling of leaves or the chirping of birds, can bring a sense of peace and clarity. It's about grounding yourself in the present moment, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. This grounding helps reduce anxiety and stress. By cultivating mindfulness, we create space between ourselves and our thoughts. This space allows us to choose how we want to respond rather than reacting automatically. We develop a sense of detachment, realizing that we are not our thoughts and we don't have to believe everything our minds tell us. This realization can be incredibly liberating and empowering. Another way to practice mindfulness is through journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process them and gain new insights. Physical activities like yoga or Tai Chi can also enhance mindfulness. These practices combine movement with breath awareness, helping you stay present and connected to your body. Engaging in hobbies that you love, such as painting, gardening, or playing music, can also be a form of mindfulness. When you are fully immersed in an activity, you are living in the moment. Over time, mindfulness can lead to a greater sense of well-being and happiness. By escaping the thought spiral, we can live more fully and joyfully. Section 5. Rewiring your thoughts, challenging the negativity bias. In this section, we will explore how to identify and counteract the negativity bias that often clouds our judgment and affects our mental well-being. Our brains are hardwired to focus on the negative. This tendency is known as the negativity bias, and it can have a profound impact on our daily lives. It's a survival mechanism that helped our ancestors avoid danger. By being hyper-aware of potential threats, early humans were more likely to survive in a world full of predators and other hazards. But in the modern world, this negativity bias often leads to overthinking and anxiety, especially in our relationships. We may find ourselves fixating on minor issues or misinterpreting our partner's actions in a negative light. Cognitive restructuring is a powerful technique for challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with more balanced ones. This involves identifying negative thought patterns and actively working to change them. It's about questioning the validity of our thoughts and looking for evidence to support or refute them. By doing so, we can gain a more accurate and balanced perspective on our experiences. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "My partner doesn't care about me because they didn't text back right away," try to challenge that thought. Consider other possible explanations for their delayed response. Is there another explanation for their delayed response? Perhaps they were busy, or their phone battery died. It's important to consider all possibilities before jumping to negative conclusions. Have they shown you care and affection in other ways? Reflect on past actions and behaviors that demonstrate their love and commitment. This can help you see the bigger picture and avoid getting caught up in negative thinking. By actively challenging our negative thoughts, we can start to rewire our brains and create a more positive and realistic outlook on our relationships. This process takes time and effort, but the benefits are well worth it. Remember, thoughts are not facts. Just because you think something doesn't make it true. It's crucial to differentiate between your thoughts and reality. Choose to focus on thoughts that empower you and strengthen your relationship. By doing so, you can cultivate a healthier, more positive mindset that will benefit both you and your partner in the long run.